All right, here we go. We are back in style. Took me forever to figure out what was going on with my audio and my video, but good news, I figured it out like I always do. There is some major changes going on that you probably cannot tell whatsoever. But, you know, I noticed them. So that's the important thing, right? If you guys don't notice the changes, that means the changes are good. If you do notice the changes, that actually might be a bad thing. Because that means that it's noticeable. It's like, so issues on my end, good morning MGC, good morning Amanda. So issues on my end are like salt, okay? When I fix them, it's perfect. When I don't fix them, you notice that it's too much or not enough. And I have to work on the salt content on my end to keep you guys from getting salty. So there should be a very large difference in both audio and video. Here we are again. Yes, we are. Okay, so another change that you should notice very shortly is the once it gets approved by YouTube over here, is the membership for super special people, which I want to give a shout out to Candace DeBrum. Thank you for becoming a super special member as of this morning, I believe. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. If you are a super special or higher and you cannot make it to a live stream, you look/sound good. That's good. That means I did my job right. I love that Mikey emote up there. This one? I use this so much on Twitch. So the cool thing about becoming a subscriber on Twitch is you can use these emotes anywhere. So Bubble Shoot Arena for Amanda. You can use these emotes on any channel. So I get to use my emotes in other people's chats. No, the Mikey holding the heart. How many more to unlock that one? Oh, this guy right here. This one, I need 3 more members. 3 more members and I get to unlock that one. All right, Bubble Shooter Arena goes up to 2. So a new perk that I just added for the $25 a month subscribers and above is if you cannot make it to a live stream, I will allow you to message me a day or a week before, and you will have what's called an absentee ballot. And that absentee ballot will be good for all 6 rounds, and you will have an automatic vote that goes towards each and every round for that one Skillz game that you choose. And real quick, Amanda Russell, you mentioned that you went to a new coffee place and they gave you a compliment. I was just curious as to what that was. What was the compliment that you got from the barista from the coffee shop that you went to this morning? Cool perk. Yes, it is. Thank you. Someone asked me yesterday, where can they find Dominoes gold codes? And I said, well, funny story. If you come into the live stream tomorrow, this was yesterday, come in the live stream and you're a member, you can vote for Dominoes gold. And he goes, well, I'm going to be at work during that time. And I go, well, if you become a $9.99 a month subscriber, I will allow you to cast an absentee vote for every round. And he said, yeah, I would, but money's tight right now. which leads me to believe that it's worth more than $10 a month. I know that's counterintuitive, but me with price, I go the opposite way. Someone says it's too expensive for something, I make it more expensive. Why? Because they didn't see the value in it. And it's up to me to provide more value on my end from that same value proposition. So I rolled up and I said, good morning. First thing she said was, oh my God, your hair is amazing. I love it. Actually, I just love your whole face. Well, that is very nice. I'm assuming you weren't wearing a mask at this moment. Which leads me to the question, are we supposed to wear a mask while we are in a drive-thru? I know I've never been yelled at for not wearing one, but should I be wearing a mask during a drive-thru? I could see how I should, but I know why I don't. But I'm curious, does anyone wear a mask when they're in the drive-thru? No idea. I was not wearing a mask, though my shirt has a built-in mask. What? Your shirt has a built-in mask? For real? That's insane. How does that work? You just like pull your shirt up over your face? I mean, I guess all shirts have a built-in mask if you think about it. I never fully believe people who say my guides are too expensive as if they want to pretend they don't want to put money into the game, LOL. That's why I jack up the price. Really, when they say that it's too expensive, what they're really saying is that it's too expensive for the value you're providing. So when I hear that, I know that I need to just provide more value. And when I provide more value, it's going to be worth more money to other people. So I just shove in more value and charge a higher price tag. Because obviously he wanted to vote while he was at work, but he couldn't. So how do I fix that? I provide an absentee ballot. How do I make that worth it for the person that's able to use it? How do I make it worth my time to go out of my way to read your message, document it, and make sure that every round you're voting? That's going to take some manpower on my end. So what do I got to do? I got to write it down. I got to make a price that's worth it for me to do it. This particular person, I told him, hey, if you upgrade to the $9.99 a month, I'll allow it. And I'll add the perk later. And he said, yeah, I would, but I don't have the money right now. So I was like, oh, okay. Got to thinking about it. I'm like, well, if I'm going to offer this to everybody as a perk, not just this one particular person, how much would it be worth? So to couple that with the members only live stream, because I also need to provide more value there, because obviously the members only live stream isn't suffice for some people. So they're not upgrading to that. I need to add another perk to that level and make it more enticing for people to upgrade to that membership level. How do I do that? Boom. This is all my thought process that you probably don't care about, but that's the way I look at price. When people try to tell me that things are too expensive, basically, Grant Cardone says in his books, when people tell you no, it's because they don't know. KNOW. And if you know that what you're providing is valuable, you have two things you can do. You can make it more valuable to accommodate the price that you're trying to charge, or you can inform your client even more about the perks of that product. What he doesn't mention is to provide more value to accommodate for the price that that person's willing to pay. But I also go a step further and charge more also. So it's kind of counterintuitive. the way I go about it, but you know, it's a trial and error thing right now. I'm trying to figure it out. I personally do not when I'm in the drive-thru, but if I'm going in, then of course I do. Yeah, that's me too. Real, it's a cowl neck shirt. I don't know what a cowl neck is. And has little ears. So if you need it, just pull it up. You can't even tell. Whenever I don't have my mask, I just shove my shirt over my face, and I'm like, hey man, sorry, I forgot my mask in my car. It's usually when I'm at the golf course, though. All right, I'm going to take a leak real quick. Guys, if you're just now tuning in and you're not a member, become a member and you'll be able to vote. Right now we have 2 votes for Bubble Shooter Arena. That could change if you upgrade your membership from just being a free subscriber to a member. Link is in the description. There's also a join button below me. I'll be right back. All right, sir. As soon as somebody calls me sir, I already know that they're from a different country. Not gonna lie. I don't know how. Oh, there's not even a how in there. Okay. I don't know deposit. How can reject of Skillz? That was the most impressive question I've ever seen in my life. I feel like I know exactly what you're asking. MGC says it's just frustrating because I get the vibe most people I talk to just want one for free, so then I have to go through the whole spiel of why they need it to convince them. Okay, so that's what you need to put into your overhead. That's a thing called communication overhead, and that's the time that it takes to sell your product, as well as okay, so let's reset the timer here. Game 1 is BSA. Okay, very nice. Round 2 start. Round 2 fight. There we go. Yeah, communication overhead's a real thing. So you need to calculate that in your bottom line, because you can't spend an hour trying to convince somebody to buy a $10 product. It just doesn't make sense. So you need to price your guides to accommodate for the amount of time that it takes to sell the product, pay somebody to sell that product, as well as create the product, deliver the product, and answer any questions for customer service thereafter. That's why everything's so expensive on the Mikey Slice brand. I ain't got time to do that. Now, when I go full-time here on YouTube or as a content creator, brand, whatever it may be, when I go full-time, my prices are going to drop tremendously because I'm going to have more time to do things. But the supply and demand as it stands right now, I can't afford to give lessons for $50 an hour when I only have 10 hours a week to be doing my online brand. If I charge $50 an hour for lessons and I take all 10 hours of my week up, guess what's not getting done? This live stream's not getting done. The live streams on Twitch aren't getting done. The new videos aren't getting done. Nothing's getting done. What amount of money is it going to take to pull me away from doing those things that get me closer to being full-time? That price is $500 an hour. Whether you like it or not is irrelevant. It's there. You guys have asked me for it. I want lessons from you. How much does it cost? There it is. If you guys want the lessons to be cheaper, I need you guys to become members on the channel. And once I have enough passive income to be able to quit my full-time job, then the lessons for becoming a Skillz player-based brand, if you will, an online influencer, or whatever you want to call me, that lesson will be much, much, much cheaper when I get to do this full time. Why? Because I'm going to have 50 hours a week to be doing stuff. So I'm going to have to fill up those 40 hours that I was spending at MGM. Now the price for my lessons will go from $500 an hour to $100 an hour, or $50 an hour, depending on how much time I have available in my week. Pyramid, Solitaire, Cube goes to 1. Because a lot of people make the mistake when they build like an online business and they don't see how much time it actually takes to do what needs to be done in order to get the money that you get to make. And that's where a lot of people screw up. They'll spend hours upon hours upon hours to convince one person to become a subscriber on their Twitch channel. Okay, now you make $2.50 a month from that person. Good job. You just spent 6 hours trying to convince one person to become a subscriber, and now you make $2.50 a month. For you to make anything close to a living wage off of that 6 hours that you just spent, that person needs to be a subscriber on your Twitch channel for years, my friend. Years. With an S. Why did you spend 6 hours when that person's probably only going to be subscribed for a month because they feel bad because you've spent 6 hours trying to sell them? Pyramid, Solitaire, Cube goes to 2. Should be able to deposit on any Skillz platform via PayPal if you're out of the USA. And Amanda, I think you're wasting your time. I'm pretty sure Haroon SA is one of those people that think that when you deposit, it's taking money from Skillz, that you just get to select a deposit amount. Like, hey, you know what? I wonder, should I have Skillz send me $2 or $30? I think I'm going to pick 30. 30 it is. Enter payment info. What do you mean? Why do I have to enter payment info if I'm depositing it into my bank account from Skillz? I want them to pay me $30 because I just downloaded their game. And this is the $30 that I want because I feel like I earned. I want to deposit $30 into my bank account. Why isn't this working? Why is it saying declined? I have 600 rupees in my account, and I want $30 US. 650% sure that's exactly what that inquiry is. I have to deal with this inquiry on a daily basis. Why isn't the deposit working? Well, let me see. Do you have money in your bank account to make the deposit? No. Okay, you're not going to be able to deposit then. Well, why not? It says deposit. I want to take $30 and put it in my bank account. Yes. That's not how it works. But, yeah. You need $30 in your account to do that. Well, I don't have it. Well, then you're not making a deposit. How does this work? This is a scam. This is exactly the process that I go through every single day of my life. Every day. Every day. This isn't a weekly thing. This isn't a monthly thing. This is a real thing that I go through on a daily effing basis. As if you can just download an app and get $30 US deposited straight into your bank account. Where do people think that that is actually going to happen? Why would you give someone your bank account information if they were just to promise that if you downloaded this thing onto your phone? First of all, if you download something onto your phone and they're going to give you $30 just for downloading it, I'm going to go ahead and say that that thing that you just downloaded is going to monitor your each and every eye movement, touch on the screen, any kind of data point that they can get from your phone, they're going to get it. And they're going to want location services. They're going to want access to your photos. They're going to want access to your poop schedule. I mean, they're going to want everything for $30. Anything you do for the next 30 days needs to be reported to this app if they're going to give you $30 just for downloading it. I will guarantee you that. Stephanie Garcia says, LMAO, do people actually think that? 175,000%. Yes. Amanda Russell, yes, unfortunately they do, Steph. Stephanie goes, I wish it worked that way. I'd make Skillz pay so hard for the anger they cause me. Yeah, imagine if every deposit that you made was actually deposited into your bank account and not taken from your bank account. How much money you would actually be making. It would be incredible, wouldn't it? I was shocked there were 2 100% codes the past week. Makes me wonder if Skillz is planning something huge or are they just desperate for more money? They are doing a lot of stuff. They're definitely not desperate for more money, I'll tell you. Okay, that was weird. Stream disconnected, stream reconnected. Okay, here we are. We are back. I'd give my poop schedule for $30. It's more than just your poop schedule, trust me. I was surprised too. MGC plus a $10 additional code, all within days of each other. All right, so here's the thing. Here's what Skillz is trying to do. I just recently learned. Okay, so Pyramid Solitaire Cube is game number 2. Where is my pen? Here it is. I found it. Game 2. Pyramid Solitaire Cube. All right. Game 3. Let's just put game 4, game 5, game 6. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's reset the timer. Put another 10 minutes on the clock here. All right. Now, let's delete these votes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. Skillz is publicly traded now, as most of you are aware. However, I'm going to go ahead and assume that most of you guys are not aware of a quarterly report that is mandatory through the SEC, which is something to do with the something stock exchange. They're basically like the governors of the stock market, okay? What they require from companies that go public, they need to report their earnings for each quarter no later than 35 days after a quarter ends. So by February 5th, we will see the Q4 report from Skillz. The Q3 report came out with their merger. Skillz's objective to get more funding from the public for their company is to increase the revenue, which the revenue for Skillz is deposits. You guys still following me? So no matter how many withdrawals are taken out of their system is not relevant. It's all about revenue. And revenue only counts when people make deposits. So if they give out 100% codes all the time and people are depositing all the time, that's going to increase their top line revenue, which when the Q4 report comes out or the Q1 report for 2021, when those reports go out to the public, it looks like Skillz is growing quarter after quarter, year after year. So to get people enticed to make their deposits, growing their top line revenue. So what's going to happen when this Q4 report comes out from 2021? When the Q4 report comes out from 2021, the stock is going to go up or it's going to go down depending on if that report is showing an increase in revenue or a decrease in revenue. If there's a decrease in revenue, it will take the stock down. Why? People are going to sell. People are going to say, hey, this thing is not performing as well as it was last quarter, and this time I'm selling my stocks. If they see an increase in revenue, they're going to say, hey, this place is doing well. We're going to go ahead and buy more stocks. When people buy more stocks, the stock price goes up. When the stock price goes up, Skillz gets more money per share. When Skillz gets more money per share, they have more money to put into the business. So they're not only getting money from you guys when you make your deposit, but they're also getting money from their investors, their stockholders. So it's a win-win for them. No matter if they have to pay out more money as a result, doesn't matter, because profit doesn't matter at this stage of the game. Companies will just break even or lose money for the first 5 to 15 years until they have this multi-billion-dollar company, which they already have, that's just a cash cow, and then boom, they turn off all of their advertising, well, most of their advertising, most of their marketing, most of everything, start doing layoffs and do all they can to profit. And all they need is that one profitable year where they profit $1 billion to make it worth breaking even for 15 years. I mean, if you can make $1 billion, so imagine just breaking even for the next 15 years. You don't make a dime. You just take loans out. You pay everything with loans. 22% interest. But in the meantime, you're just building and building and building this huge company. And then one day, 1 year, you decide, you know what? I'm just going to cut all costs. I'm going to make money this year. And you make $1 billion. And you were 20 million in debt. That's another thing. Skillz has zero debt. Zero debt. Even though they haven't pulled a profit, they have zero debt, which is incredible. So that is why these 100% codes are coming out like crazy, in my opinion, is because they want to grow that top line revenue so that they can get more people to buy their stock. More stocks means more money. More money means they can afford more advertising and getting more players onto their platform. More players onto the platform. It's just like this win-win-win business model that just keeps, the more money that goes into it, the more money comes out of it. And it's just like, it's the craziest business model I've ever seen in my life. And I've been around for 29 years. 29 whole years. I'm going on my 30th right now. Heck no, I'd charge $200 for that. It's that. See what you did there. Don't mute me, MGC. What's your vote? I'm waiting for you to pull the trigger so I can vote. Mike, are you still holding on your Skillz shares, or have you sold a couple? Nope, I'm holding on strong. Citi Financial Group is buying stocks until the stock hits $27, and then it holds off until it goes below $27 and keeps buying stocks again. So you're going to see, until they stop doing that, you're going to see the stock keep going up to 27, dropping to about 26 to 25, going back up to 27 until Citi is done buying those stocks, or until the people that are current stockholders stop selling them and short selling, knowing this information. I have highly debated selling my stocks at 27, and then when it drops down to 26, buying the same amount back, and then when it gets to 27, selling them and buying them back. But as I said earlier, that is going to take more time than I'm actually going to make. So it's not worth it. I'm better off just holding on to it, waiting for that Q4 report to come out. Once the Q4 report comes out, and it is more, the top line revenue is larger than the revenue from the year prior, the stock is going to go up. Once it does, that's when I'm going to consider selling until it drops down a little bit, and then I'm going to buy the same amount of money back for more stocks later on. That's the plan anyway. And then the same thing with the Q1 report, Q2, Q3, Q4. So every quarter I should have this stock down. I mean, I'm new to the whole stock market life, so what I'm doing is probably not optimal, but it's the way that makes sense for me. So Sugar Rush gets 2 votes, 1 from MGC and 1 from Amanda. President Got Talent, hello. How's it going? Jeez, old man. Yep. So that's in a nutshell how the stock market works from my perspective, and why Skillz would be doing these 100% promo codes more often than they usually do. Now that they're publicly traded, you're going to see a lot of different things because they get more money the more shares that are exchanged and the more money that they can get per share. Now, a crappy thing that public companies will do is just create shares out of thin air in order to get more funding. So say there's, I think when I did the math on it earlier, it was 21 million shares, give or take a few. I don't know. But just for easy math's sake, we'll say 20 million shares. Say they want to get more funding, they'll just add 1 million shares to the mix and turn it up to 21 million. And as long as people buy those shares for $25 a piece or whatever it's at right now, everything's fine. And it does drop the price a little bit temporarily, but the company has more money from those shares to put into the company and ends up making more money later on, which hikes up the price later on. I think it's bullcrap. I think that you can't just come up with shares out of thin air and throw them into the stock market and drop the price for all your shareholders. I think that's crap. Are we still doing the 1 game per match code thing, or can, for instance, we have a couple match codes for the same game? It was never 1 match code per thing. We voted on it, and everyone voted no. I thought. I don't know. I'm not remembering correctly. All right, Sugar Rush is game 3. So game 4, we will start the voting. Put 10 more minutes on the clock. 12:40, delete these. Can't believe we only have 2 voters in here. We have how many people that are subscribed at the $5 level that are not exercising their voting rights? Unbelievable. Do all Robinhood members get access to that Q4 report, or does it become public knowledge? It's public knowledge. You have to follow. I don't know how to be the first person to read it. Still trying to figure that out. But if you can find out how to get an alert as soon as that report comes out in order to sell your shares or buy more, that would be wise. If you figure that out, let me know so that I can know too. Sugar Rush again then. Okay, Sugar Rush is at 2 votes again. And Mikey has to pee again because he's drinking a 2-liter jug of water. So I will be right back. All right, so as I predicted, it just hit $27. It actually hit 27 and change. Now it's dropping to 26. It's at 26.99. And I predict that it's either going to drop after this to about 26 to 25, and then it's going to keep going back up to 27, or this is the other problem with this prediction, like it's public knowledge right now that Citibank is public knowledge that Citibank is buying Skillz stock at a target price of $27. So you can set on Robinhood or through your stockbroker that I want as many shares that I can get up to, let's say Citi says $1 billion. So I want to buy, it's probably way less than 1 billion, but we're just going to use that as a reference. We'll say 1 million. No, they want way more than 1 million. 1 billion for math's sake. I want as many shares at below $27 as I can get up to $1 billion worth. Okay. So constantly they're buying the stock. As soon as it's under $27, buying. Say they buy 1 million shares. It hits 27, they stop buying shares at $27. As soon as it hits 27.01, Citi, the broker for Citi, stops buying stocks. What's up, Charity Spencer? Once it drops down to $26.97, which is it is at right now, buy. Probably only gets to buy 400 stocks at $26.96. Goes back up to 27, which you're seeing right now. It's flirting with 27, 26.98, 27, 26.98. You're not going to see the stock go above 27 for a while because it's public knowledge that they're actually doing this. So people are smart and they're selling as soon as it hits 27. It hits 27, sell. Citi starts buying. So it can't go too far below 27 because Citibank is buying. And they've been doing this since Monday morning. Okay? But they can only buy so many shares at a time. So like this process is just now taking till today for the stock to actually hit $27. So now that it's hit $27, there's two things that can happen. It can stay at $27. The short sellers are going to start selling, but they can't buy back if it never goes below 27. They can buy back, but that's going to make the price of the stock go up. The stock's going to go up higher than $27. When it does, the short sellers that still have stocks are tempted to sell. But I think what's going to happen, there's two things that are pretty obvious that are going to happen. It's going to go to 27 and stay at 27, which it is. It's been flirting within 20 cents of $27 for the past, since I've been talking about it. I don't think it'll go below 26. It might go below 26. If it does, it's definitely not going to go below 25 because Citi has that automatic buy. But this could jump a bunch because you're starting to see the volume is going up a bunch. So the market cap on it's 2.22 billion. When I bought into it, it was 1.7 billion. So they've already gained 500 million in market capitalization since I've invested. But yeah, $27, you're going to see it stick around 27 for a while because a lot of people that bought in at 15 or 7, like I bought in at $17.48. So I could literally sell my stocks right now and make $10 per share, 47 shares. $470. Yeah. I can make $470 if I sold all my shares right now. And then just wait for it to drop to like 26. Since I know that it's going to stay at 27. But the problem is, if it doesn't stay at 27 and I sell right now, and it doesn't go to 26 where I want it to go, if it goes to 26, then I'd buy more at 26 and then repeat the process when it hits 27 again. But the problem I'm going to run into is if I do that and it never goes down to 26, I'm going to be SOL if it goes up to 37 today or tomorrow and it never goes to 26, and then I have to end up buying at like 30 when I could have just kept my stocks in there. So I'm not experienced enough with the stock market to make this move, although I think that it would be logical to sell right now, wait for it to hit 26, buy again, wait for it to hit 27, sell again. Then I'm making $1 on each of my shares, so $47 every time I do that. But I run the risk of it going up to $37, never hitting 26, and then me having to buy at $36 or $37 a share and have less shares at the end of it. So I'm not going to take that risk. It's a very small, we're talking about $47.48 right now. Is it worth it to sell right now and buy at 26 and keep doing that and make $47 every time it drops? It could be, but I could also get burned really bad. I see this stock hitting $50 no problem relatively soon. I'm not good enough at seeing trends for me to sell and buy. I think that the set in stone sell and buy thing is on the quarterly reports. If the quarterly report comes out good, buy more. If it comes out bad, sell it as soon as you can. And I think that in a nutshell, that's the safest way to play the stock market. So Sugar Rush wins game 4 as well. Let's reset the clock. Put another 10 or reset the votes. Put another 10 minutes on the clock. Mikey, what brand of water bottle is that? This is Manna, M-A-N-N-A. I got it from Ollie's for like $10. Wait, hold on. Charity Spencer. Yeah, it went through. Okay, so Sugar Rush goes to 1. Charity Spencer, is there not a join link? This is the link you want to use because this will make sure you stay a member. The other one's just like a one-time thing, and you only get it for 30 days. This one, make sure that you stay a member. How many shares of Skillz do you have, Mikey? I think I have 46. 47.48. I only have one full share because I felt like I could only afford the original price, $17.52. Thank you so much, Amanda, says Charity Spencer. Very welcome. He hasn't seen your comment yet. Give him a minute or two to finish the spiel. Sorry, I couldn't attach that one, Mikey. If I click it, it tells me how long I have personally been a member. Oh. That link might not even work either. That's the problem. Because I just added a new perk to the $25 a month tier. So I don't know. I might not even be able to accept new members at this point. Because everything's in review again. Once you Once you edit a level, I don't know if anyone new members can join or not. Kyle Moodley, what's going on? Spider Solitaire Cube. What? You guys aren't voting for the same thing anymore? SSC goes to 1. Kyle Moodley, become a member and you can vote too. This is round 5 here. We got 2 more games. This one and 1 more. Can't make your job too easy, Mikey. What is the platform called to buy shares? Robinhood. That's what I use. Get free stock. See what's new. Share link. Copy. Go to YouTube and paste it for the homies. Paste. And we'll both get a free stock if you use that link. I think the cheapest you'll be able to buy that stock today is going to be $26 if you're lucky. I don't see it dropping to 26 though. I think that City has a very, very large recurring investment on it and market buy. I think their market buy is huge. And I don't see how it could possibly drop below 27. I think City would love for you to sell. Like, City is licking its chops right now to see if I'm going to sell right now at 27. Because as soon as I sell my 47 shares, that's going to drop the stock price a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be enough to drop it a lot. But me and other people selling at the same time is going to drop it to below 27. And City gets more shares at $27. They also stated that if Skillz does more things, like Skillz has 3 things that they're trying to do. So Skillz has 3 things that they're promising. No, 4 things. 4 things that they're like, we're working on this. And those 4 things are getting first-person shooters into their platform. What else? Sponsor... Charity Spencer, welcome to the Cheese Only. You also, I get to run an event just for you, just for being a new member. So thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can remember these off the top of my head. So, number 1, Skillz is trying to get like first-person shooters or more popular games on their platform. The second thing is for Skillz to... Very nice. Charity Spencer coming in the clutch. My alert, not so much. What do you want to vote for there, Charity Spencer? I could just look this up and stop myself from having to think so hard, but I'm trying to remember things. What am I trying to think of? Okay. More popular games like first-person shooters. That's one thing that they're working on. Getting third-party ads implemented into their system. That's another thing, which they already have. They've already completed that. City is unaware of it, apparently. Once they are aware of it, each of these boxes that get checked off for these 4 things that City wants to see that Skillz has said that they're working on, each box that gets checked off, they said that they're going to increase their buy $1 to $5 depending on which box gets checked off. So you're going to see, once they get wind of, hey, Skillz has already done the third-party ad thing, they already have their new games are getting third-party ads involved. The other one is sponsored events. So they want to get sponsors like Nike and big brands so that they can give away Nike and big brand items in tournaments. So they want brands to sponsor pro leagues and stuff like that, or tournaments. Like, they want brand sponsored tournaments. Once they can get branded partnerships for these kinds of tournaments, that's going to check another box off for City. I'm sure that Skillz isn't going to have a problem getting those partnerships now that they're public. I don't know what brands Skillz is trying to target, but according to this article that I read on Motley Fool, they said that they were working on these 4 things. I mean, I can't remember the last one. Let me go on Twitter. I know I messaged somebody about it with the link. Let's see here. Okay. Expanding into the Android market. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but on the Android App Store or Google Play, whatever you want to call it, you cannot find Skillz games. It's banned in the Android market. So they need to work diligently with the Android market, Google Play Store, and get their games implemented into their store. Once they do, that's going to tick off another box for City to buy more stocks. All right, so did we get a vote from Charity Spencer? Dominoes Gold. Okay. That just overcomplicated things. But we're gonna get this taken care of. Okay. So the members only event, the 1 MO event, that's for Dominoes Gold. We gotta do, man, how do we do a 3-way tie? All right, here's what we're going to do. Dominoes Gold goes to 1. I usually break the tie with dice when it's a 2-way tie, but there's a 3-way tie. So I'm going to just have to pull out all right, so what is so the average is 7. Charity says I could change my vote. I'm way behind in the video. No, I'm way behind on the chat, Charity Spencer. That's the problem. Normally I would break the tie with Sugar Rush. We're going to go with Dominoes Gold because it favors the new member. So we're going to go Dominoes Gold for round 5. And then we're going to open up round 6's. This is the final round. Ends at 1 o'clock. There you go. I will be running a new member event also. I don't know why I called it MO. Like, new member event. MO does not work there. ME, member event. New member event. ME. NME. How about that? Enemy. New member event. Enemy. NME. That's terrible. How can a new member be an enemy? I don't know, but we're going with it. That's just how we're going to roll here. Yes, we have played, and I'm pretty sure that you kicked my butt, says Charity Spencer. Lil Red 333. Lil Red 333. I believe you play Sugar Rush. I think I've seen Little Red 333 before on a game. I'm pretty sure it was Sugar Rush. Could be wrong. But yep, Dominoes Gold's going to be the 5th game. We're going to vote for the 6th game. So there's going to be, unless we have a new member come in here before the end of the live stream, we're going to have 7 events total. And these are also, we're changing the prize pools from multiple people getting paid to the number 1 person getting paid again. We used to do winner takes all events, and then people were crying in the chat, but those people that were crying in the chat did not contribute very much to the stream, and they were just here to get free money from Skillz, and we're not here to provide any value whatsoever. So it is my decision to return to the winner takes all tournaments, and first place will win $5. So that way each live stream it's valued at about $30. 30 or more dollars you could win from each live stream. So we're going back to the winner takes all prize structure, and if I lose members because of it, that sucks to be me, but this is my channel, and that's my choice, and I'm sticking to it. But let's get these votes in for the last round here. Last round is up and running. In the meantime, I'm going to get the description. Game 1. Control C, Control V, V. That's 6, right? And then 1 more. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Boom. Game 1 is Bubble Shooter Arena. Game 2, Pyramid, Solitaire, Cube, Sugar Rush, Match 3 eSports, copy paste, Dominoes Gold, Dominoes Gold, all right, so the match codes will be added to those later on. Are all the codes already out? No. They come out at the end of the live stream. So stick around. All right, so 2 votes for Blackout Blitz. Blackout Bingo, rather. Oh my, that sounds highly inappropriate. Moving on. Oh boy. Alright, so we have a new follow, AHNAF2020 on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. I posted my all-time record in Sugar Rush about 1.5 mil, but that's about something I attain consistently. That's not something I attain consistently. What sounds highly inappropriate? What did I miss? Oh. Oh! Let's do Bob. Yeah, how many people are going to do Bob? Who is Bob? Bob the Builder? Who is going to do Bob with Amanda Russell? And is Amanda Russell's significant other aware of her plan to do Bob. Question of the day. Guys, I'm wearing a throwback hat today that nobody has complimented or mentioned. I'm kind of disappointed. This is the very first official Mikey Slice logo, which is it can be found right here. You can see that logo right here. It's right up here on my hat. I had to pay for this hat. And I'm very disappointed that nobody complimented it or noticed it. Thank you, MGC. Thank you. It's funny, sometimes all you have to do for a compliment is point out the fact that you deserve to be complimented. This tip is complimentary from Mikey Slice. It's a great hat. I was going to bring it up, but I'm always the creep who compliments your stuff. Oh, you cannot You can overcomplicate things, but you cannot overcompliment me. I take all compliments. Still working on how to take them. You know, I'm working on my thanks. You would think that it would be easy to take a compliment, right? Like all you got to do is say, "Oh, thank you." Sincerely, right? But then there's some compliments that you're just like, yeah, that's not really, it's not my best work, but thanks. But you don't want to like discount the compliment. So you kind of overdo it and you're like, thanks. Like the little kid with the avocado. That's what I was trying to do. Was the avocado. It's already done. We're already done with the last round of voting. This stream went by way too fast, guys. But it's okay, because after this, after I create all these codes, so first I'm going to go take a piss. That's going to happen. Second, I'm going to give you guys the last chance to, oh, you know what? I didn't promise it this live stream, so I guess I didn't really do anything wrong. But usually I do open to the public, no members, you don't need to be a member to vote kind of deal. But the other 9 people that are watching didn't ask if I was going to do it, so I'm sure they weren't even aware of it. If they were aware of it, they would have been like, whoa, 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 Mikey, what's going on? How come I didn't get to do my, I'm not a member, but I still get to vote thing? So they weren't even aware of it, so I don't feel as bad. But usually, so next week we will have this thing where you guys get to vote if you're not a member. But I'm going to go take a piss real quick. When I come back, I'm going to create these match codes. And I think I'm setting a record for how many times you can pee in a 1-hour live stream. This is the 3rd time. This huge, giant jug of water, at least you think it's water, it's killing me. But, yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Now, here's what we're going to do. Too many pee breaks. You're cut off. All right. Here we go. Now we got to go to events.skillz.com. Oh yeah, I forgot to finish my spiel. So they're expanding into the US or the Android market in the US, expanding internationally, which they already are expanded internationally. I don't know if they're planning on expanding more, but then selling ad space on the platform. And yeah, so those are all happening, and Citi suggests investors add another between $1 and $5 to our target price. So they're buying stocks at $27. As you can see, it's still sticking at $27, give or take 10 to 20 cents. You know, it's not going to go below 27. So my idea to not sell at 27 was a good idea. So that's just like a little tidbit there. You can read the article here. My mom and I have been quarantining together, so whenever I do make any effort to dress up and put on makeup, which is not that often, she loves it, and I just have to eye roll. Literally, every rare moment I put an effort to look good and I get a compliment about it, I'm like, nope. You gotta take those compliments. You gotta take them. You gotta run with them. You gotta appreciate them, because you know how uncomfortable it is for a person to compliment somebody? Like, hey, I'm admitting to you that you're doing something that I'm impressed with, that I'm not capable of doing myself, or that I am impressed that you were capable of doing this. So you gotta take that compliment and run with it. Now there are instances where you're like, okay, this person's just trying too hard to compliment me. It's not a real compliment. They're just saying it. Like most mom things, you know, moms like to over compliment things. I read food. Yeah. I didn't know that they're so the Motley Fool is not the motleyfool.com anymore. It's just fool.com. That's pretty nice. That's a big buy for them. They used to be the Motley Fool. Now they're just fool.com. That's pretty cool. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did anyway. Jeez, I gotta run these events again too while I'm here. All right. Choose a template. Okay. All right, and then we gotta run this tournament again. Oops. The bubble shooter one starts at AM instead of PM. Or PM instead of AM. So that sucks. But, you know, we're not perfect over here at Mikey Slice headquarters, so yep. I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that the bubble shooter tournament doesn't start for 12 hours later than it usually does tomorrow. So it's at 11:01 PM instead of 11:01 AM. Mikey does make mistakes over here. All right, so now we are going to create a new event. So now that we got those out of the way, we're going to call these YouTube votes. Event. First one is Bubble Shooter Arena. Custom, and the match code's gonna be Mikey 1. Mikey 1 Kenobi. These events will start at 1:15 because it's probably going to take me that long to create them. And they will end at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday. Leaderboard tournaments, $0 entry fee, 5 free entries. First place gets $5 US. Not only does it make it 10 times easier for me to create a winner takes all event, but I also think it's more enjoyable for you guys, and it adds that competitive edge and makes you guys feel like you're actually playing for something. Yeah, it sucks when you get second place, but don't get second place next time and you won't have to worry about it. Troubleshoot Arena, custom, match code Mikey 1. Start at 1:15 p.m. Ends at 11:59 a.m. on the 20th, next week, Eastern Time. $0 entry fee, 5 entries. And these can show up as the public broadcast. So there we have it. After that gets created, we will refresh, go to the dashboard, and duplicate this thing 6 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this whole time, I'm going to be ignoring the chat because I have work to do. Pyramid, Solitaire, cute, but make sure you stick around because you're not going to know the match codes unless you stick around, right? So Mikey 2 is the next event. Oh, that's way easier. So much easier this way, chat. All right. There's 2. Sugar Rush. This is game 3. Custom. Boom. Sugar Rush. Custom. Match code 4. Wow. I feel like I have to be doing something wrong. This is too easy. Dominoes Gold. Mikey 4, right? Uh-oh. No, Mikey 5. This one failed to load, which is the second Sugar Rush event. So let me make sure that there's 2 Sugar Rush events upcoming. There is. Also make sure that this is Mikey 4 before I continue. Yes, it is. Makes this one Mikey 5. Because it's game 5. Could have just done that, idiot. All right, how about that? Leaderboard, very nice. So let's do this one at Blackout Bingo. Custom, and this is Mikey 6. Very nice. Everything's grand. And then this one is called New Member Event. That is for Dominoes Gold as well. Except for this match code is going to be called Spencer. Spencer for this event, and it starts at the same time and ends at the same time. Now we can go back and look at the chat. I read food. I might be hungry instead of fool. Very nice. Probably didn't want to get confused with Motley Crue or get themselves sued for ripping off the name. No, they've been around for a long, long time. It's the shorter your domain name, the better. Moms over-compliment things. What are you trying to say, Willis? You know what I'm trying to say. Oh, my mom is great in her efforts to keep my self-esteem afloat, but it's a matter of how much self-love I give. It's true. Gotta love yourself before you can go ahead and appreciate the compliments from others. Will the MCs be up on your website? Oh, I am very good at that subject. Amanda Russell. Self-love is a hard skill to master, not my strong suit either. Oh, it is. I am very strong in that department. A lot of it has to do with my mom being very over-compliment. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for moms to over-compliment, because, I mean, if my mom didn't do it, I probably wouldn't be anywhere close to where I'm at right now. But I think the only reason my mom is like over complimentive, if that's even a word, is because I'm like a male version of her. So like if she was to shave all of her hair off and grow a beard, she would look just like me. All right, so that is updated on the homepage, or on the, in the description of the video. Now I am working on getting them added to my website. Once they're added to the website, I will be signing off. They just started, by the way, so they just started. If you're having trouble entering it, it's because they literally just started at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Pyramid Solitaire Cube, Game 2. Sugar Rush, Game 3. Game 4, also Sugar Rush. Game 5 is Dominoes Gold. Blackout Bingo. Very nice. Everything looks good. If it is bugging out for you guys for whatever reason, let me know, and I will try to fix it. And only the criticism in my life really comes from me, so I can't blame anyone for that. I wish that was the case for me. I get criticized on the daily over here. That's exactly why moms compliment their children and lift them up for exact reason you mentioned. Yeah, I know. I know why they do it. It's just like MGC said, it's like an eye roll situation. Like, yeah, I know, obviously. Complimenting me is like complimenting yourself, except for the fact that I'm actually going to appreciate your compliment. You complimenting yourself doesn't usually work as well. Hearing it from other people always helps better. So with that in mind, when you go out into the public and see your friends and family, I want you within the next week to try to compliment those around you. Just, one thing when you see someone, just be like, hey, you know what? I like your shoes. I wore these yesterday. I don't care if I've seen them before. I haven't told you that I liked them yet. I like them, damn it, and you better like that I like it. And that's how you got to address them. Put some good into this world. It's not all match codes around here. We got to make this world a better place, too, at the same time. So, I'll catch you guys over on Twitch. I'm going to go heat up my lunch. I'm going to start up the Twitch stream, put my starting soon scene on, and then I'll see you guys over on Twitch where I'll be playing chess. You guys can come over and watch me, or you can play your match codes. You got a whole week to enter in your match code, so don't worry about it. I'm going to hop off and go pay bills. Thanks for the stream, Mikey. Great to see /chat with everybody. All right, well, you should auto-pay your bills. They just pay themselves. It's great. However, for some reason, they want you to actually have your money in your bank account, which I think is dumb. Like, auto-pay should just mean that if I set up this program to pay my bills, it just gets paid. Why does it have to come from my bank account? Why? That's what I should do. Since I get at least one a day where people are like, hey, man, I went to go deposit and it says insufficient funds. How does Skillz not have money to pay me? Since I get so many of those inquiries, I should just call like Citi or somebody, some bill that comes out monthly, which they all do, on auto pay. I should just call them and be like, hey, you know what? I set up auto pay with you guys a long time ago, and I keep getting a debit from my account every month on the same day. And I don't understand why, because I signed up for auto pay, and you guys should just be automatically paying it without me having to pull money out of my account. Why do you guys keep pulling money out of my account every month? That'd be so awesome to hear the response. I bet you they answer it a lot better than I do. Yes, Mikey, thanks for the stream. Great seeing you in wise words. Yeah, good seeing you too. Thank you, MGC. My husband is a paranoid about his bank info online. He wouldn't even shop online. Trust me, I am all about auto pay. But he makes the money, so I follow his rules. Yeah, that's true. You got to do that, right? Tip of the week, though, if you use credit cards and you're afraid of your account getting or your stuff getting stolen, I highly advise you don't use your debit card online. But if you use credit cards, the credit card company has no problem reversing a unauthorized transaction, and you are not financially responsible for fraud on your account as a credit card. However, if you use a debit card online and it gets stolen, it's a lot harder to reverse unauthorized debits, whereas credit is easily reversible. If you're paranoid about your account information getting stolen online, always use a credit card and make sure you pay your credit cards in full each and every month to avoid any interest charges, because they are absolutely ridiculous. And don't fall for the 0% interest trap like I did. And yeah, I owe $5,000 on a credit card that needs to be paid off by April. So maybe I should put like a goal of some sort. Like, Mikey needs to pay off his computer and his. So I put the computer that I'm using right now on the 0% interest card, and I put the plane ticket to go to Skillz headquarters for the game developer conference. I was going to the game developer conference and Skillz headquarters. I paid for a first class ticket to get me there and back in one day so I could go to work the next day. Paid for that and this computer on one credit card. It's a 0% interest card, and I have $5,000 left to pay on it. Needs to be paid off by April. Wish me luck, because I have a kid coming in March, the month before. So I'm going to have to pay 18% interest if I don't pay it off. I am looking at transferring the balance onto another 0% interest card. So signing up for another 0% interest card and then transferring the balance, which is going to cost me $150 to transfer the balance. But the interest is going to cost me $70 a month. If I don't see myself being able to pay it off by April, that is probably going to be my option. But do not fall for 0% interest traps. They're bad. I fell for them. This is the second time I've fallen for it and not been able to pay it off in time. Hopefully I'm going to be able to pay it off in time. Wish me luck. I have the money in my bank account because I have an emergency fund. So hypothetically I could pay it off, but it's not. That the money that's there isn't meant for paying off credit cards. You're welcome, Charity Spencer. Thank you for becoming a new member. I hope you enjoy the Dominoes Gold event that I created for you. I agree. I never use my debit unless it's for small purchases, and I keep a small amount in my checking account at all times. Yeah. So credit cards, if you use them, make sure you pay them off each and every month in full. Don't fall for the 0% interest trap. All my other cards, I put one bill on each card, and it gets paid off every month. That's how you use, like, I have $45,000 in available credit. It's insane. It's crazy, actually. But if you're ever going to use an online purchase, always use a credit card. If I could teach you anything in my life, it's how to use your money to make the most from the money that you got. More videos on that maybe someday. I don't know. I don't know where this channel's going, guys. I just know that I have a lot going on. And expect big changes as always, because that's what I do around here is big changes all the time. So you never know what you're going to get next week. I hope you enjoy the changes that I make, and I hope that I don't disappoint too many people in the process. And if I do, well, that sucks. I have to enjoy this at the end of the day. So, yep, rant over, and I will see you guys next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, that never changes until golf season comes around. So when golf season comes around, I'll let you know, and we'll do some other day for that kind of stuff. But take it easy, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.